Well, now I want to turn to Alfonso for the build along of his SpaceX Dragon. So, Alfonso, thank you so much for being here this evening and looking forward to this. I've had a lot of favorable comments from your last presentation.
Nice to know that. Thank you. Good evening, gentlemen. So this is the first of a 3 assembly building videos that I have using cardstock to build a Crew Dragon from SpaceX. This video I mentioned to you, Jim, that it goes a little more than a 15-minute limit, so I apologize for that. So let me share my screen, and I'm gonna show the video now.
Okay, we're going to start with the capsule of the Crew Dragon. This is the main piece. I already have cut it. It's a combination using a scissor and an X-Acto knife. Very important to know that all these lines in this gray area have to be cut. All these lines here. And we're also going, because we're going to be using magnets, I'm going to make an indentation in this area. So once it's assembled, I'm going to be putting a magnet right here, because this part will be attached to another magnet on the umbilical arm that it's going to be placed on top of this area. Okay, so before curving the paper, I am going to start making that indentation in this rectangular area. I'm just gonna score. I have this tool, the tip, this is more rounded and this is more pointy. I'm going to just mark the area where I'll be placing the magnet on the back. So I could see it here. I don't know if the camera will allow. Anyway, now I have that area. I'm gonna mark. All right, I'm gonna start curving this. You can use your hands doing it this way. If not, you can make use of the empty roll from a paper towel. Just like that. All right. All right. Next, we're going to start curving all these tabs down here. This is supposed to be curved in order to make this piece, which is the heat shield, to go on top. So let's do that. I have rods. In this case, this would be the way to do it. You really need to have a lot of patience doing this, but at the end you will have a good model. Just try to curve all these tabs. One by one, including the gray area, not the body. All right, so you can see that all these tabs are now curved inwards. All right, so let's start assembling. We're gonna need a connecting tab This will go here in the back. We can use Elmer glue or stick glue or a glue stick. But in this case, some Elmer glue. Like so. We're also going to glue this part on this piece, allowing all those triangles to show up. All right. So we're going to be placing some glue here on this edge. Not too much, but with the tip of the bottle, I'm using it so I can like brushing the glue, making a thin film of glue in that area. Also, this part can be curved. You can even use your fingers like that. As I say, make sure all the triangles are going to be visible. There. All right. So allow that to dry. In the meantime, we're going to glue what is the heat shield that will cover the bottom of the capsule. I already cut it. So this piece will cover this hole here. And this piece will be glued right there. So let's place a little bit of glue.
Seriously, come here.
You can hold it with your own fingers, or you can make use of a little clamp here. Like that, so, all right. We're gonna apply glue here and put it covering that hole. I like to protect my cutting mat, not making a mess, so that's why I make use of an extra piece of paper that will allow me to press firmly these two parts. I think I can remove this. All right, and I'm gonna press. All right. All right. So now we can continue folding the entire capsule. We're gonna cover it like this, and we're gonna apply glue on this side. All right. We're gonna match top and bottom. There's a logo of the X from that has to be matched because I have this extra clamp. I'm gonna make use of it, allowing me like an extra hand. I'm gonna get another clamp. All right, we're getting there. Let it dry a little bit. This is ready. I'm going to remove these clamps now. All right. Now this is the time to put the magnet here in the back. I have magnets. This is a 4x2 millimeters in size. Is a neodymium type of magnet. These are very strong. But what I use is a crazy glue to attach them. So now that I have a marking, I can place here, I can see where I make the mark. I'm gonna be placing some glue there, right there in the middle. Okay. And sometimes it's tricky to place these magnets, but this is the way. This is my way. So here I have the magnet that I'm going to be putting in the back, and I'm gonna place it here. So this way I'm allowing that the magnet will be firmly be glued there. All right, I can remove this now. It's there. So we got that out of the way. Now before gluing the bottom, we need to put a former, which is like it's this part here. I already glue it. This will keep the shape. We're gonna put, now there are two, I'm gonna show you what's the difference when you glue. It's actually this, the former contains two parts. You have to glue it. If you glue it with a regular Elmer's glue, because it's water-based, you're gonna see that it's not perfectly flat. You can see that it's warped. You know, it's moved. You can still use it, but we can make use of glue stick that will prevent the warping. Here I have glue stick. I'm going to apply there. I don't need this.
Oh, Jennifer. Yes.
All right, my time is up. Give me a few more minutes. I'm going to be placing glue in this area. At this level where the gray area starts. So we're going to be putting glue right here. All right. And start setting this disc right there. Try to make it horizontally as possible. You could see this will allow to maintain the shape. All right, and now it's time to start bending these tabs. Just follow the direction of the lines that were cut and start bending them so each one is going to be covering the next one. This side. Try pushing it down. All right. And let's get this piece ready now. The way we're gonna glue this, the seam line will match the X side. You will need to match this here, okay? So what the intention is to cover all this area. All right, so we're gonna apply glue only here. Now these little these circular areas are going to be curved. You can curve it with you can bend it with your finger like this. We're gonna apply glue right now. Time is running. Just apply glue on the very edge, including those pieces that we already bent. All right. We can also add another magnet here. Let me use the crazy glue. And that is where this magnet will be attached to a similar magnet on the trunk. So let's get this ready. I'm just gonna let it dive there. With a plastic, I'm going to press it. There. Okay, so it's time to apply. Let's orient ourselves. The seam line where the X is located, and start centering it, and then try covering all the white tabs that are sticking out. With your finger you can push them inwards and try pressing the very edge where you applied the glue. And keep going around the edge, making sure that everything is glued. Well, our time is up now. We're done. So we have covered the bottom portion of the capsule. This is the heat shield. And next chapter will be completing the top, including the nose cone that will have a hinge with the docking mechanism. And we will add the Draco thrusters that will go on each side. There are 4 each side.
Great job, Alfonso. I really do appreciate it, but we've got to run. So I'll
Yeah.
see you next week. And thank you so much for doing it. It's going to be a great model. I'm really impressed with how the detail that you've included on it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Until next week. Bye.